In previous examples, we learned that we can use power series expansions, like this one over here, to differentiate some functions, integrate some functions, because apparently it's actually much easier to work with the infinite polynomials or some truncated polynomials, which is just some partial sum of the infinite sum, than with the original functions. How about limits? I wonder if it is helpful to work with limits instead, to work with infinite polynomials when we are talking about limits. So we're going to have a limit here. As you can see, everything here is a polynomial except this exponential function over here. So it's hard to know what is going on when you try to plug 0. Definitely it's going to be 0 over 0 case. Let's check. So e to the 0 minus 0, that's going to be 1. Then this will be 0, 0, 1 minus 1 is 0, and the bottom is 0. So it is 0 over 0 case. So technically speaking, you can use L'Hopital's rule if you want, and differentiate the top, differentiate the bottom, and probably 9 times. You're going to do it 9 times because this will have to disappear in 9 times. So, and then it will work. But maybe it's faster to use a different technique. So if I don't like working with exponential function and I have polynomials everywhere, maybe I should figure out a polynomial for exponential function. Do we have a polynomial out of exponential functions? Yes, we have. We can create infinite polynomials for many types of functions using Taylor expansions. And we actually know the polynomial for e to the x. Here it is below. So let's plug it in instead of the exponential function. Then we're going to have limit as x approaches 0. Everything stays the same except the exponential function. I'll put it in blue. So e to the input is 1 plus input over 1 factorial. But my input is, that's why I'm saying it out loud like so. Input is minus 3x cubed. So it's going to be minus 3x cubed over 1 factorial. Copy paste. Plus input squared over 2. So minus 3x cubed squared over 2 factorial plus input cubed over 3 factorial minus 3x cubed over 3 factorial, and so on and so on. So we don't know how many we need, but seems like I don't need more. Do you know how I know that? So I know that the polynomial at the bottom has the highest exponent, x to the 9. So I want to stop at x to the 9. And since that is going to be 3 times 3, which is 9, seems like now I have enough. So I can put plus and so on, close the brackets, and this is my expansion of the exponential function, the Maclaurin expansion, and then I just finish writing whatever I had over here, x to the 6. If it's not enough and I need more terms, then I can always just add more terms. So this is my new limit. Let's simplify and see what is going to happen. So denominator stays the same. Here it is. Now, something maybe gonna cancel out. That'd be nice. 1 and minus 1 goes away. Look at this, interesting. Minus 3x cubed and plus 3x cubed goes away. Very nice. Then what is that term? Let me write it down for you. Minus 3 squared will be 9, x to the 6. And then let me lift it over 2 factorial. But 2 factorial is 1 times 2, so that's actually over 2. And that will be cancelled out as well, don't you see it? Because I have it actually over here. So this will go away as well. Then it's going to be minus, because 3 cubed is negative, and then it's going to be minus 27. What is 3 factorial? 3 factorial is 1 times 2 times 3, that's 6. X to the 9, and then everything goes away. Well, I will write down negative, that's in black column, minus 9/2 x to the 6, and then this guy goes away. So what is going to stay? As you can see, perfect match. We're gonna have only x to the 9 over x to the 9, the leader of the top of the fraction and the leader of the bottom of the fraction will cancel out like so. So it's going to be just minus 27 over 6 over 7, right? So I can just multiply by 1/7 if you want. And then it's going to be, should we simplify? That's going to be minus 9 over 14. And that is the final answer. So indeed it was pretty helpful to use polynomials instead of a original function. Originally it was exponential function. And that ended up to be very good. You might ask what happens if I add more terms. If I add more terms, they're not going to change the story, because even if I add one more term, which is going to be minus 3x cubed to the 4 over 4 factorial, well, at 0, this will go to 0, so it will not change the answer. That's the thing. All of those terms are going to 0 as x approaches 0. So the only thing that stays is this ratio of the leading coefficients, x to the 9 over x to the 9, which just happen to be the same, so they cancel out, and that's how it worked. Very nice. Well, think about this idea that we actually used series expansion, and how do we know how many terms to write down? All of this comes with practice, so if it was confusing to you, you should know. I know it because I did it many times, but it's pretty cool idea that we can differentiate, integrate, and solve limits using infinite polynomials, which are power series, Taylor series, Maclaurin series. Hope you're having fun with this, and see you next time.